another episode of Jazz. We're going on to Epic Universe today.
Alright, arrived at Epic. We were on the second bus, and at Endless Summer, it kind of everybody's at the same bus stop for all the resorts, and when you get, all the parks, and when you get to the front, it splits off. So the Epic line is much shorter, really, than the line looked, which was to our benefit, and there's not a lot of people here in front of us. So here is the crowd. That's all there is. So, I feel pretty good. All right, we got in. It is a little crazy getting in here, but we are in about 20 minutes till opening. Hopefully, we're not too far behind. Everybody's going to Super Nintendo World, or should be. They're going to stop us right here and here. So this is our area to the left, to Super Nintendo World. It is open for early entry. All right, they did let us in about 8:50. It did say Mario Kart was delayed on the sign. Hopefully that's not really the case. And we get in here and get going. Luke.
It's like an in Mario.
Luke. Are you ready?
Okay, I think we're this way. We're this way. Michaela, go.
All right. All right, here we go. All right, it says brief delay, but we're taking a chance. We're doing it. We are delayed opening. So, we'll see how long it actually takes. We need to be in and out of here in an hour to stay on schedule. But Donkey Kong and Ministry Magic did open, and that's not normally what happens for early park entry. But Ministry Magic's already at 100 minutes, so I think we're in a good spot if this opens in the next 10-15 minutes. Okay, so this lady did come up to us and was like, it's going to be the better part of an hour or 2 or 3. So plan B is to head into Donkey Kong Country and ride Minecart Madness. And maybe when that's done, we can come in and ride Mario Kart. Alright, it does say 65 minutes. Hopefully it's not that bad, but we're gonna find out. You've been in line for like the better part of like, well, for over an hour, but this is giving me hope that maybe we're close.
Are after the sacred golden banana. The same golden banana that's been safe in the temple for thousands of years.
Sounds like the deal with this ride is someone has stolen some golden bananas, so we have to either protect them or go get them back. That's what Frankie Kong just told us. We're almost there, like 10 minutes away. We're almost there. Are you? Has this been a really long line?
Yes, it's been 90 minutes.
These people passed us in line. Not sure how I feel about it. Getting out of Minecart Madness. Very good ride. Okay, I'd probably give it a solid. I don't want to set the bar too high, but a 6 out of 10. I guess it's a little short, but there is some good actual hills and stuff. What would you rate that out of 10? 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I gave it a 6. It's good. It's good. Getting our bearings around. This is called Celestial Park, and it's a big open area kind of in the middle. That is the carousel, but Dark Universe is past Super Nintendo World over here to the left, and I believe it's through here towards the left. That's the Helios Hotel, or Deluxe Hotel, inside the park here. You have a special entrance if you're staying there. But, I don't know if this area is just massive, but out here, compared to inside the Super Nintendo World, it's not even a comparison. All right, now heading into what seems to be the least popular portal here. It's still insanely good, and apparently the rides are good as well, is to Dark Universe and to the Land of Darkmoor. It's right here to the left of the Helios. That's where we're actually having lunch, is at Das Steakhouse. One of the portals have a little tagline. So this one is "It's alive, obviously from Frankenstein. All right, so the village of Darkmoor. I feel like this is the most slept-on area because it's still very, very well themed. Looking for Das Steakhouse. I have no idea where that is. Oh, I think it's right here. Here it is. Right. Going into. This is for Dwayne. Dwayne really wanted to come to this area. This is for Dwayne right here. That line's a lot better than the line we just waited in. Come in here. You can just scan the QR code or enter your table number, and supposedly let's go. There it is. They just bring it to us. Right, Tuck. How did you feel about that ride on a scale of 1 to 10? Ranked Donkey Kong.
It was a good ride. I give it a Tuck, yeah.
I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Yes, it's
Can you
good.
stop playing footsies with me?
It's not. It's like, you know, if you've been here before and we haven't, and it'd be tough to wait 90 minutes for.
I think it's on the same level as the Mine Train.
Yeah, a little better.
It's better than
It's a little better than that. It's a little longer.
Because it's a little longer.
It's new,
The
so-
payment was super cute. I liked it how it looked like you were jumping the track in areas. That was kind of cute. It was rough though. It looked jerky.
6 out of 10.
Yeah, we'll say that. 7, 6, 8.
Dodge Steakhouse. They give you they aren't glasses, but they look like glasses. They're just a hard plastic. And there's a refillable Coke Freestyle machine you can use. And so that is a nice feature. It's a real cup. Caleb, welcome to the Jazz. What would you rank the Donkey Kong ride?
5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. That's all we got.
Well, the theme was cool. The line sucked.
Well,
It's half and half.
You can't rank it on the ride.
Like
You
on
just
the
gotta
line.
rank
Okay,
on the ride, not the line.
It was still 5 out of 10. It was short. I like roller coasters. It's my input. That's all you're getting out of me. Thank you. See you later.
The thing about this restaurant, Das Steakhouse, is there is a vast number of tables. There's a lot of tables. The Das Burger. Wow, this lighting is kind of messed up. We got the chicken sandwich. Oh, that's a very big zone right there. And the kids' tenders, skewers, and some fries. Of Das Steakhouse, very good. The burger itself, like the actual burger, was probably the best tasting burger I've had in a theme park, especially quick service. Aside from Deluxe Burger at Disney Springs, that's the best quick service burger I've ever had. I did get it plain, of course, but it was very good. So and the service, we literally ate in 30 minutes. Like, sat down, had a seat, real place and everything. I'm gonna give it a do, so 4 out of 5. Very good, good experience. Now we're going on to Monsters Unchained, a 45-minute wait. What has been called the best ride Universal's ever made by some. Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experience. This is Frankenstein's castle, but his granddaughter, Victoria Frankenstein, is taken over, and she is trying to recreate his monster creation. How about that? I've been very highly anticipating this ride. What do you think, Luke?
I'm not feeling
It's all good. You're all right. It's not a roller coaster, I promise. It's not a roller coaster. Oh, let's go. All right, this is the original Dr. Frankenstein. And then his granddaughter, Victoria, is taken over, and she is on the other side. Getting off of Monsters Unchained. Solid 7 out of 10. It's definitely not like the best ride here. Also, the line and queue is much scarier than the actual ride. Not super scary, but 7 out of 10. Right, here we go. 15-minute wait. Not terrible. I don't think I told you what we're in line for. This is Curse of the Werewolf. It's a roller coaster over here in Dark Universe. We did do a rider swap on Frankenstein Experiment because Luke did not want to ride. That's fine, but it was very, very easy. So if you have a younger one that needs to do some rider swaps here at Epic Universe, the first experience was very good. 4 of us went, Mom waited, and then 3 of us went with her, so 3 of us got to ride 2 times. And we ended up bailing on the Werewolf. Stardust Racers is at a 30-minute and then Hiccups is at like 55. So hopefully we can hit both of those and get into the 305 on Trainable Dragon. It's 1 o'clock right now. That went up to 70-minute wait, and they came over the intercom saying it's going to be 70 minutes. And I've seen that average 25 to 30 minutes while planning the trip. That's going to be at the end of the day. Very last. It ain't going to happen. I don't care if you do that face. That's not going to help your case. But, so we're bailing on that. We're going to try to get it at a slower time later. A little fountain show going on here in Celestial Park on our way to Stardust Racers. We're trying to get our bearings around this park. It's just unfamiliar, you know, and I'm not used to being in an unfamiliar theme park. But that's where we're headed, Stardust Racers. Alright, Stardust Racers. Yeah, Luke's definitely.
Luke, you excited?
You gonna ride this?
No.
What? For how long? It said 35 minutes a second ago. There's 2 tracks. So I don't know how that means if there's a shorter wait time for one versus the other, or if it's all one line and they split you at the end. We're about to find out. It says, just lose yourself among the stars and dance across the edge of night. You'll catch a comet in its flight. 25 minutes is a good bail. I don't even know if he's that tall. Headed out, Stardust Racers once again. Did do the rider swap. This one was a little more thorough. They gave us a receipt, and still 4 of us could go back on it. Well, 3 plus Mom just had Luke the first time. But it was more thorough. They gave you a receipt and they actually had to check it. Unlike Monsters Unchained, you could just pretty much do that as many times as you wanted to, if you wanted to. So rider swap is a very good option, especially if you have little ones that don't want to ride. It's especially on like Stardust Racers, there's 2 sides, so we actually got to do the yellow and the green side, which was pretty cool. The green side felt a little more intense, but we were in the back row, so it was a little more whippy that way. We're headed towards How to Train Your Dragon Alaberg. 45-minute wait for Hiccups Wing Gliders. It's about 1:45. Hit that, and then hopefully get the 305 Untrainable Dragon show. Our day's not going as planned, but since lunch we've really been doing good. We're kind of just hitting these short lines. It does require a little bit more walking, but that's why we're professionals. Here we go. This is pretty cool area. What I've seen about it, it's based on the animated version of How to Train Your Dragon, not the live action, but still pretty awesome. Going through the portal. This is a pretty family-friendly area. I think Mario is the most family-friendly. Then Alaberg, and we haven't been to the Ministry of Magic. That's the one we haven't hit yet at all. But it's pretty cool here. Pretty family-friendly. Dark Universe is honestly, if you got young ones, you don't really need to even go there. Fire drill, we are skipping it, but I mean, that looks like you get pretty soaked. I mean, that looks like you could get pretty wet right here. It's just a one loop thing. But I mean, you could get pretty wet. It's still at 45, so we did good. Hiccups Wing Gliders. It's kind of in here towards the back of the land. How are you feeling about this? This is only your second ride of the day.
I have the nervous part.
Okay, good deal. Tell us how you enjoyed Hiccups Wing Gliders.
So my voice is
The voice is gone?
scratchy, and it hurts like terribly bad.
Why does your voice hurt?
I screamed so loud. I bet you the whole park heard it. Maybe a little Magic Kingdom too.
Yeah. Downtime just to explore this meet and greets. Over here, so I get a better angle of it. There is a Gobber at his workshop. This is Fire Drill. This is a water ride. We're probably gonna have to skip it. But here's Gobber. So you can see him over there. Yep. Other meet and greet options are around here to the back right corner of the land, close to the Untrainable Dragon, which is where we are heading next. We're trying to be in line about 30 minutes early. Hope that's good enough for a 3:40 show, so get over there around 3:10. And then our evening is really gonna get exciting. Just we still have to do Mystery of Magic, which has been over 100 minutes all day, which has been expected. We've factored in 2 hours of wait time for that. And then we also got to get Mario in, because that did not go according to plan this morning. Because while they are doing meet and greets with Toothless, I'm going over here to the meat hall to get that dessert. Some Vikings just walking around. Like I said, the mobile order here so far has been very, very easy. Let's see how we do here. This is supposed to be a pretty cool place to go into and check out.
All right, we got the bread pudding. It's got vanilla ice cream. I'm not really sure what's in it, but it looked good. And we're going to try it. We're getting a quick charge on the phone here. And we'll see how it is.
All right, we met Toothless and them. I did not personally, but our group did. I'm going to put a picture of that in right here. But now, we're going to the Untrainable Dragon. We did have our snack, and that's where I was while they were doing that. 3:40, it is 3:20 right now, and I think we're here plenty of time. It is the theater. The seats are kind of hard benches, but it's nice inside and air conditioning. Can't beat that. All right, walking out of the Untrainable Dragon. It was pretty good. The storyline was pretty weak, but the effects were like a 10 out of 10. So, I mean, the show's really good because of the effects. I'm definitely walking right in front of all these people's videos. So, yeah, the effects were really good. Toothless. Well, I don't want spoilers if you haven't seen it and you don't want to be spoiled. Hiccup flying on Toothless was the best part of the whole show. Then the big dragon, like the untrainable one, that the whole storyline is about, is pretty big and pretty cool. But the storyline, other than that, is pretty weak. But it is cool because Universal doesn't have a lot of live entertainment, and that's something permanently here. So that is a step in the right direction. So I'll give it all in all a 7 out of 10. The effects are definitely a 10 out of 10. Now when you come out of Burke, we've been in there for a solid while. Sun's starting to go down. Headed into the Ministry of Magic. It's to the right if you're exiting Burke. And
It's gonna be still good.
it's still good. And this is where we're going to spend the majority of our ratings. Because Mystery Magic is still at 135, and it's been like that all day. And like I said earlier in the video, we planned a 2-hour block. But right now it's about 4:05, 4:10, and there's a 4:45 with Cirque Arcanu. I think I'm saying that right. Which is based in the French Wizarding World, kind of back when the Fantastic Beast took place. And then you travel by Fluke Powder and using the time turner to the 90s. Well, it's actually post Deathly Hallows to see Umbridge go on trial at the British Ministry, and that's kind of how it works. All right, going in here. This is definitely my most anticipated land. For in dreams we enter a world that is entirely our own. That is a quote from Dumbledore in Prisoner of Azkaban. So the scale of this land is insane. Fun fact, the shortest building here is taller than the tallest building in Diagon Alley, which is at Universal Studios. And the Cirque Arcanu it's right in front of us, and that's where we're headed. All right, it looks like there's a little pre-show area, and then we will go to the show through those doors. All right, coming out of the Cirque Arcanu, I will do a kind of a breakdown of the show here in a second when we get situated. This is where we're eating Cafe Vert de la Serene. Did not probably say that right, but we're gonna roll with it. Once again, pretty easy eating situation. Plenty of open tables. Found one big enough for 6 people. Looking over there, looking over here. Yeah, I think over here is probably our best bet. Here we go. All right, Timmy did not like the show.
That's true.
It was cool. If you hadn't seen the Fantastic Beasts movies and just saw Harry Potter, you would have no idea what was happening. So if you're a nerd, it's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Hey, Luke. So, I give it a 7 out of 10. Well, like a 6 out of 10.
Probably worth.
A wide variety of foods here. Like, it's probably the fanciest counter service, and I ended up with chicken tenders.
some like a beef stew situation. The Butterbeer crepe. We're gonna review that last. Zeke, I don't know. Is that like a hamburger steak situation? I don't even. Yeah. Here is the Butterbeer crepe. I'm gonna try it out. The chicken tenders were just chicken tendery enough. How's chicken tenders? Now for what we've been really wanting to try. All right. Dad, tell us about your meal here.
It wasn't great. It's loaded with onions. Loaded.
If you don't like onions, don't get that.
If you don't.
And if you don't like onions, but I was okay because I understand it. But the worst thing is, the beef wasn't like very little beef, and 2 of them was decent. The other ones were like they just, I don't know what to do.
Not good as the burger.
No, it wasn't clean beef. If it makes any sense to me. Like rubber.
We also have this item here.
My food was very interesting. It was a tuna salad with fingerling potatoes, boiled eggs.
Oh gosh.
These are like pickled, I don't know, some kind of pickled beans and olives and tomatoes, and it had a little salad. It was delicious if you like, but it's very flavor forward. If you are a picky eater or like to eat non-adventurous things, don't try this. It's a lot. Hello.
Hey, Michaela.
How is this?
This is good. I can't tell a difference from like the normal.
Have you ever had the normal?
Yes, it's just not the top part, but like
I'm gonna say
still.
the foam is not as good as the OG.
I'm sure the foam isn't, but I mean, it's fast.
Are you ready to ride a ride?
I just cleaned my plate. I'm gonna clean that ride cleaner than this place.
Are we gonna be able to survive the line with your nervousness?
Maybe not though. I might clean you up.
What?
I might actually like clean up you up.
Okay, I'm stopping it. Bruh. Go look at that sign over there. That red sign on the wall. Go look at it. Okay. From this point out, the quality in video may go down due to the darkness, but we're going this way towards the Ministry of Magic. It is down to a 90-minute wait, which is the lowest I've seen all day. The Star Car Canoe, I do recommend watching it once. It would be a skipper for me next time, and I could probably not watch Return of the Dragon as well to have more ride time. Depending on how fast this goes, I'd like to check that shop out right there. But here is where we're going. The big green lights. All right, now, due to the magic of Floo powder and a time turner, we're about to go from the 1920s to the 1990s, where Harry Potter, the battle at the Ministry, is going to take place. Here we go. Let's go. Holy cow, this is pretty massive. So, I will insert this into the specific Harry Potter challenge vlog. The only way I can really work this out in a timeline of why a student would come here is on a field trip. So, we're saying that the Hogwarts students took a field trip to the Ministry, and that would be why we are here for this during this vlog. But if you saw this in just our regular Epic Universe Day vlog, that's because it's here at Epic Universe, so we wrote it. Right, a little backstory to this ride. This takes place after the movies. I already said that, and Dolores is on trial. So Harry, Neville, and Ron are already working here as Moors, and yeah, here is all the past ministers of magic that are having a conversation about Dolores's trial. There is Kingsley. He's the president minister of the Magic. I think these are Neville, Rod, and Harry's lockers. That's Harry's firebolt up there. When we get to the other side, I'll be for sure. There's the Weasleys down there. So as NL, so it's definitely Neville. I can't see the back of that one. So that's HP in there, so this will be wrong. That makes sense because all the joke shots, so joke shot stuff. So this will be their three lockers. Alright, here we got some past auras. That's Neville's parents. I'm not sure who this is. That's Mad Eye. He's kind of explaining what she's on trial for. We didn't really get to stop fast enough to listen. The time turners seem like they're going to be a big plot of the ride. Okay, it talks about how Moody's talking about how if Dolores had a time turner, she could have went back and fixed a lot of stuff that she did wrong, or she could have stopped other stuff from happening, like her sudden arrest. So maybe she gets her hands on a time turner. And there was a poster outside in the hallway that said time turners are banned from the ministry. So maybe that comes into place. Gotten to where they merge. There should not be 50 minutes. Should not be much longer. Should be we are joined and we should keep moving to the ride. So just over an hour, 67 minutes. It's looking good, Luke. See it inside here at Mystery Magic. I'll do a review of the ride here in a second. What's good this again? What'd you think of that ride there, Dad?
That's pretty cool. Good ride.
Like, it's really good. Was it worth it? What would you wait for it again?
I mean, you know, you might have to wait for everything now, but I would, you know, if it was 90 minutes and I'd been done before, I would probably not do it.
Yeah. No, it was good though. So I'm not sure. I think that's my favorite ride today. It was definitely the best simulator I've ever rode in my life because I genuinely could not tell what was a screen and what was not. So that effect was great. The Harry Potter stuff obviously is going to be my favorite, so I am a little bit biased, but I give it a solid 8 out of 10. Is it the best Harry Potter ride they have? That's debatable, but it was good. All right, headed out of Wizarding World and into Epic Universe at nighttime, which is already really awesome. They do have the Christmas decorations up, so that's a little extra that we get to see. We are going towards Super Nintendo World, where we will ride Mario Kart. It was down and it kind of sucked this morning, but it's okay. It's 85 minutes. It's been crazy all day, but it just is what it is, and it's a popular ride. It's been down all day. Everybody's trying to get it in. We didn't ride Curse of the Werewolf. It's only 7:30. There's still some time. We'll see what we can do, but this is our top priority, is to get on Mario Kart. There goes Stardust Racer. That would be really cool at night. But this is a very cool nighttime park. So the thing about Epic Universe is if you come during the holidays, which is, you know, Thanksgiving is this Thursday, it's going to be stupid busy. Still have had a fantastic time. I'd have to come more than once to say if it's my favorite park, like in Orlando yet or not. It is definitely the most themed as consistent wise. Like, there is not a land that is not on the same level as like Pandora or Galaxy's Edge. Like, everything is on that level or more here. Where at Disney you have, for example, Galaxy's Edge is that cool, but let's say, you know, like the Pixar area is, and Toy Story and Galaxy's Edge are on the same level, but let's say that like Animation Courtyard is not on that level. There's not one area at this park that is not on a top tier level. Where we started our day, Luke's time, bro. That's where we started our day. So where we're going to attempt to end the day. Well, that's where we have to get something done to call our day a success. Other than that, the world's our palm tree, as Tim Tracker would say. But we have dogwoods in North Carolina, so we like to say the world is our dogwood. Here we go. We We got this earlier today, but let's get another look at it.
No, stop, actually. No, please.
No, Jess.
I don't know if it's due to the layout or just the amount of like stuff in the middle of the walkways here. This is by far the most crowded portal out of any of them. It's the Super Nintendo World. It's also the most kid friendly. Like there's kids everywhere, and you know, like there's kids doing these interactive elements. There's kids doing all kinds of stuff. And this is a 85-minute wait. We're just gonna have to dog it out. Here is the Universal Cup that we are about to race for. And here's all the cups that you can get like in an actual Mario Kart game, like the different cups you can race for, but we're racing for the Universal Cup. This has been a pretty brutal line. We're at 55 minutes. Michaela's feeling really good.
You just clipped me and I know you did. I'm gonna
Clock it.
No, bro.
You done got clocked. Got this on here. We're in the pre-show. Mario, what do you think, Luke?
Pretty good.
Pretty good? Pretty good. It was pretty good. I think I could get better at it. I got 120. The best today was like 220 something. But the line's always so long that it's hard to do it multiple times. But I think I could do better. Probably our last ride of the day.
This is slow moving. Here we say 25 minutes. Hopefully we get on and get off. Have some time to look for some shots.
Toadette. This is going to be a pretty smooth ride. But yeah, Mario Kart, I feel like I could do much better at it. It was really cool, but I wish I could ride it one time without the goggles because you can't really see all the set pieces. It kind of all just blends in, which I get that's the point, but you're really focused on what you're looking at in your goggles more than what you're looking at the actual set. Yoshi's Adventure, I mean, it's a 5. You know, it's not bad. The eggs, you're supposed to look for eggs and press a certain button on your cart when you see it. But mine didn't work. That might have made it better. But it was fun. It was a slow kid ride.
Let's look at Super Nintendo World. This is by far the most busy area in the park. This is the exits here. We've already been here once today, but last look at the Celestial Park here. I'll get a better look at it from the center, but this is a really cool park at night. Very cool.
You were looking for a store that just has like a variety of all the lands merchandise. This is Other Worlds Mercantile. They have like merchandise from all the different lands. I'm looking for the Potter stuff. Maybe going to find a t-shirt in here to wear tomorrow. And it's back here. Pacific merchandise, that was a big deal. In the ride, see a Time Turner, $50. It's actually pretty good. Time Turner keychain. Let's see here. Oh, that's actually a pretty cool shirt. Here we are, the last glance of Epic Universe for who knows how long, but it's very cool, very awesome. I mean, I give it a solid 9 out of 10. Disney, I mean, this is the standard, okay? Like, y'all gonna have to step it up. Exiting the park. We're gonna see how long this wait is for the bus. Great place to do the outro. So with that, we are off. We had a great day. Make sure to like, subscribe, tune into the rest of our Universal trip coming up. We got some awesome videos planned. Make sure to like, subscribe, and have a zippity doo dah day.